Hi again. We are in Dublin. We've had a bit of a wild ride along the Wild Atlantic Way, which I think...
They don't call it the Wild Atlantic Way because it's not wild.
No, and it's not. It's got nothing to
wild.
do with the ocean, the sea, or the cliffs. It has to do with the roads. It's all about the roads.
Which are about that wide.
Yeah, so it was so scary on those roads. I haven't even filmed it. Because it's like white knuckle stuff and it's pretty scary. I've never been on roads like that before.
It'd be all right if you're in a little car.
Yeah, but in a motorhome.
In a motorhome where you're wide, you're tall, you're long, you're big. It's not an easy thing to do.
No, I did get a bit of video of a tractor going down a road while we were walking, and it'll show you what the roads are like, because without exaggeration, when you see that bit of film, you'll realise that is how small and how narrow the roads are, and how you have tractors, you have buses, you have bigger we've got a small motorhome in comparison to a lot of other people, and they all meet up and you've got to somehow or other pull over, and you feel like you're going to have so many near misses, but these people are experienced and they'll be hooning down the road, and then they see you coming, they get their foot on the brake and they slow down well enough in time. We've never had a near miss yet.
Yes, look, the other people driving down those roads, they're aware, they're facing the same challenges that you're facing. We didn't have any major problems with anyone not adhering to, I guess, local etiquette about pulling up and just letting people pass, and people coming in the opposite direction to you are doing the same thing. They're pulling over, and you're just squeezing past them. So pretty quickly you'll learn just to slow down and just take it easy. So.
Yeah.
But definitely a challenge. Definitely a challenge.
It is slow driving. Yeah. There's no slowing down because you're actually going at a snail pace anyway, really.
Yeah.
But it's exciting and it's all part of the journey.
And if you've got a motorhome, you're thinking about coming over here, don't let that stop you. You'll work it out. It'll take you a couple of days or whatever the case may be, but don't let that stop you, because the scenery is absolutely fantastic. The best way to travel around is using the roads.
It is absolutely.
And on your own time frame. So whether it be motorhome, push bike, motorbike, car, whatever, that's the way to do Ireland. It really is.
And even on those roads, as scary as they are for us, there's push bike riders everywhere. There's people bike touring, and there's signs everywhere to say you have to give them a wide berth, 1.5 meters. And it works. Like it's astounding how well it works, considering how scary it is.
And the weather.
Weather.
Imagine bike touring in weather like where it just rains all the time. I tip my hat off to those guys, because they're obviously fit and they're motivated. And you see them out there and they just put their head down and they just keep going. So that would be a challenge in itself. But certainly they're making memories like the rest of us. So
yeah, we'd been looking at doing bike touring before we bought the motorhome, and because we wanted to do a bike tour from London to Istanbul.
Yeah.
And then Romania and Bulgaria became part of the Schengen, which meant that we just wouldn't be able to do it in the time frame that we had. And I'm watching these people on the road thinking that was a lucky escape.
Yeah, don't half it, because they're tenting it. Like they've got everything that you see in their panniers and on their handlebars and all that. That's it, and they're setting up, and you see them in layovers on the side of the road, or in airs, or in caravan parks, and they've got a tent which just is enough to fit them, and that's it. That's how they're traveling, and that's what they love doing. If you talk to any of them, they absolutely love doing it. That's why they keep doing it. And there are people that are doing that and traveling all over the world. So that's a good one.
Don't know if you just heard that knocking that we kind of abruptly stopped for. We thought someone was at the door.
We thought someone was knocking on the door saying that we couldn't park here. We're parked up
in a legal place.
In a legal place where there are other motorhomes. So that's what you look for. So you're okay. You look for signs that say no overnight or anything like that. We follow those rules. We honestly do.
But there wasn't someone knocking. It was a bird tapping on the roof.
It was because, we're close to the water. There was a seagull doing the bus stop on the roof.
And they're big. Like anyone who's travelled to Europe will know that seagulls aren't like seagulls in Australia. They're like twice the size. They're enormous. So it was quite heavy
dancing
and loud.
on the roof, and you think someone's banging on your door telling you to move on. So but no, it's all good. It's only a seagull, so we'll keep going.
Yeah, so we've been having a great time. The sights are incredible. The cliffs that we've been to, it's just, you've got no words for it. We've done a bit of photography with it, but unfortunately you just can't capture it on film. I think everyone who's travelled knows that when you're looking at these sort of mountains or cliffs or the ocean, the sea, you just can't capture it on film as hard as you try. Well, we're not professionals, so we're not that good.
And that's the thing, you don't come over here for the tourist traps, so to speak. You know, you come over here because it's just visually stunning. It's beautiful. It's the landscape. It's the culture as well. But you don't come out. I mean, there's a couple of tourist things that you do in some of the major cities and so forth. But that's not why we're here anyway. We're here just to, I guess, experience the natural landscape, which is why we tend to stick as much as we can to the towns, and the towns are gorgeous. Whether you're in the middle of the country or on the coast, the people are fantastic. We've talked about this before, but hey, we'd also like to know if any of you guys have been over here and what your experience is like, or also if you have enjoyed a particular place and you reckon we should go there. Just in the comments, just add it. We'd love to hear from you guys, and give us some tips on maybe where to go, what to see,
what to do.
Even some bars. I'm open to that.
Good music, though. It's got to have good music.
I'll take a photo and send it to you if you like.
It's all about the music.
Yeah, but live music, traditional live music over here is fantastic.
Yeah, and that's what you come here for. You come for the walks, you come for the music, you come to get to know the people. The people have been amazing. Yeah. But I don't think that we were prepared for the walks. In Australia, you know, if you go for a walk, it's can be quite hard sometimes when you go through the bush, and it's a bit of a climb even if you're not using your hands. But over here they're all well paved and they're easy to walk, and Tony likes that. I'm happy to do a bit of a rougher walk, but I don't have back issues or anything like that, so it's a bit easier for me. But Tony's been loving the walk.
So, well, there's an app called All Trails, which you may or may not have heard of, but it's, again, free to download. They categorise their walks in easy, moderate.
It's not actually free. We paid for that. He just doesn't know. Oh, okay. You get a 7-day free trial, and then
we paid for something.
We paid for something. I'm sorry. We paid. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like $40 for the year. And that covers everywhere. So when we go to Norway, it'll cover Norway, all of Europe, here, UK. And we'll get to it. And honestly, we've already got our money's worth out of it, I think. Yeah,
because wherever you are, you can just go in there and you can click on walks near me. And there's there's walks everywhere. Well, in Ireland, in our experience so far, there's walks everywhere. And they're great. As I said, you can just go through the filters and filter out the hard ones. I'm not doing the hard ones. There's a couple of moderate ones I'd drill down on and see if it was okay, but the easy ones I know I can handle.
We'll see about that. Yes. I'm getting him to build up to it, but he'll get there eventually. Yeah, so we've been to Galway, loved Galway. Lots of music in Galway. We're only there for a couple of nights, I think it was. Yeah. And then we headed across. We did it very quickly. We've done 2 weeks since you last saw us. And that's because we only had Ollie with us for 3 weeks, so we wanted to give him it was a bit of a quick tour. As we head north and we come back down, we're going to head back down to the Ring of Kerry, and we went to the Cliffs of Moher, which was absolutely stunning, but
pouring down rain.
It was pouring down rain.
Low cloud, look.
Strange, unusual.
It's a bit of a tongue twister, that one.
Yeah.
Low cloud cover.
But I want to go back to the Cliffs of Moher and do some more walking.
So we can see it.
Yeah, well, we saw a bit of it, but there's a lot more to see. Yeah. You can do some pretty long walks there, so I'd like to have a couple of days where one day we go to the right and the next day we go to the left. That
would cover it.
That would cover it, and then we want to do the Ring of Kerry, because we did a little bit of the Ring of Kerry, but we really didn't do much there.
Well, we
just
were in
passed
Kerry,
through
we
it.
just didn't do the ring.
Yeah, we just passed through it, really.
Yeah, well, Kenmare, Killarney, yeah, I think it was Killarney. Killarney looked really nice. We spent a day there.
Yeah.
Spent a couple of days in Kenmare, that was great as well. But yeah, we'll get down there, do the Ring of Kerry, a few other bits and pieces. But at the moment, we'll just keep heading north. No doubt at some point we'll come across the top and end up back on the Wild Atlantic Way again. And we'll see how we go with that end of it.
And we want to go back to Dublin. We went into Dublin with Ollie, and you know, he's 25 years old, and we went in to listen to some music, and it was too loud for a 25-year-old.
Yeah, not like his father.
So we've had some travel buddies, and we were really desperately missing them when we were in Dublin, because they would have been there and they would have been partying with us and singing and dancing and drinking. But you know, we had a conservative child with us, and we had to leave.
All right. We ended up getting rid of him. He's gone on a plane back home, so
we'll
party begins.
We'll go back to Dublin, listen to loud music,
Yeah.
drink lots of alcohol, and dance around and have fun.
Yep. Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoy our clips, and we will see you
And again,
in a week.
if anywhere you want us to go and show you, I promise I'll go there. I'll go to the local bar, take a photo, I'll send it to you. But just let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah. Just and even if it's not somewhere you've been, if it's somewhere you want to go and you want to see what it looks like, let us know, and we will do our absolute best to get there.
In the meantime, sayonara.
Sayonara.
Is that Irish?
No, it's not.